outside, and then when you're done, you can call me in. Okay, thank you.
Good afternoon, guys. I am so late for this scheduled show. Unfortunately, I took a long walk and I'm now coming. So if you're now coming in, please share the video. We're just going to go through a few steps about how to do a resume and the type of resume you should have. I welcome any questions. I do these things live because I really want people to get it without leaving and not having to be able to ask questions. That's why I do live. So if you have any questions during this live broadcast, please feel free to ask them. And we're going to go through it one by one. And if you have any specific job classification that you feel you want help with, I can also welcome you sending me the resume. I have tons of them. I'm working on them one by one, depending on what job you're applying for. That is the resume we are going to do. So today, to make it easy, we're going to work with construction. Or better yet, should we do a restaurant helper? If you're new in the country, don't think you're going to get a job that suits your qualification. And what is a qualification? A qualification is not just because I went to school. Qualification is I've had the job, I worked at the job, I am qualified, all the attributes and every necessary skill set I have because I've done the job. This is what I call you are qualified to do that job. So it's not just you finished school, you've not been you've not practically handled a machine. You know how school actually goes in the part of the world we come from. People will go to computer college, computer school, finish computer school, but yet they've never touched a computer. They know all the technical and the whatever the theory. They know the theory, but then when it comes to the practicum, they don't know. So it makes it very difficult speaking about the job and how it feels to be in the job. So that has been a big challenge to a lot of the our brothers and sisters. So today we're just going to go through them one by one. On YouTube, for example, for those of you who are yet to subscribe to my YouTube channel, I'm doing this here, but eventually I'm going to be doing more on YouTube. So subscribe to my YouTube channel. It is the same from Hoodie Hotspot Show. So you'll be able to, it is easier. Facebook is playing Shakala, so subscribe to it. In the meantime, let me just show you something that I have just been subscribed to. Connected with Top Connect. Download the app right now. Send money everywhere around the world. No fees, no charges, easy to navigate system. Money is received instantly and no charges, hassle free. Yes, it is indeed hassle free. So let's do this bit by bit. I have a few minutes. I'm not going to be too long on this platform. I'm not going to be too long. I have places to go to. It's Saturday afternoon. I said I was going to do it at 1 o'clock. I wasn't able to because I got home late. I took a long walk. I met some people on the way. It was such a beautiful talk we had. So, for those of you who are looking for opportunities abroad, many has applied to a lot of jobs. And for the resume that I looked at, if that was how the resume was sent, then I understand why you have not had a call yet. Okay? Because many of you has, for example, you are applying for a restaurant job, like I said this afternoon. If you're applying for a restaurant job, what is your degree doing on a restaurant application? So if you're applying for a restaurant, then you are going to talk about the restaurant. What qualifications do you need in terms of restaurant? Unfortunately, as soon as I share the screen, our YouTube channel get disconnected. So I'm not really sure if it works this time. I was going to share my screen. So this is what I'm going to do. I was going to share my screen. This is what I'm going to do. We're going to talk about the structure, the way your resume should look like. Some of you has a very, very nice and beautiful restaurant. A sister sent me her restaurant. It looks very, very nice. And I'm going to go through it. Um, I'm going to go through it and then let's see. A beautiful, 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 um, beautiful written. If you are looking to be partner with another person, it is beautiful. If this is a resume looking to partnership with someone, it is beautiful. The resume starts with, of course, bold about your name, your address, and then the phone number, and then email address where you can be reached. Professional summary, okay? So it is strategy, like she sort of did it in a bullet point: professional summary, skill, personal detail. I'm not really sure what that is doing on a resume, but she has a personal detail, educational background, professional experience, and then it listed so that an interest and reference. If this was the way she put it, if it was looking to be a partner with a company and they want to read about it, like a CEO, okay? CEOs, if this was a CEO of a venture, then it was a perfect resume. It was okay. It was an okay resume. But if you're looking for work in Canada, you are new, okay? You are new, you've never worked in Canada, you have no experience being a CEO. My dear sister and brother, nobody is going to hire you as a CEO. Let's keep that in mind. If you are a CEO somewhere else, not in any of the European countries, and you are looking for work as an African in Canada, and you're going to present your, unless it's a small company, you want to help them come up and top up their productivity, and you know so much about that company because you've had that company before, you've been involved in that company before. A small company, a local company can hire you because they will pay you small money. But the big CEOs, if you are going to start your personal and say business manager, okay, a business manager and a business planning professional with 5 years of experience in planning, even the 5 years is too short for someone to even hire you as a CEO. So you see the summary where on another on another resume, you can classify that resume as let's see this one here, experience, objective. Okay, so the objective should be a blurb about what you are seeking. So an objective is something, a small, a blurb about what exactly you are applying for, who you are. It's not about a big and a long message about what, and you don't want to flaunt, because in this type of the world, like the job you're applying for, if you're applying as a dishwasher or if you're applying for a restaurant, you don't want to tell them you are a CEO. So you need to really, really look at where you are going. So for example, if I want to apply as, let me just bring out this resume. Okay, I just want to bring out a resume, and I will, unfortunately, as soon as I bring up a resume, as soon as I share my screen, the screen actually disappears from YouTube, so I cannot share my screen. Unfortunately, I'm gonna just go through resume. Okay, I'm gonna go through some resumes with you. Give me 1 second. Okay, let me make sure everybody is on it. When I finish, I'm going to leave some of the links where people can also go through some companies and see what comes out of it. Okay. This is not going to be too long. As soon as I finish, I'm going to leave. Let me see if when I share my screen, if I just want to see if I share my screen. Give me 1 second. Give me just a second. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to share this screen with you. And this is someone who is looking for a teaching opportunity or give me just a second. Give me 1 second. Okay, so those of you also when I'm first joining, so let me share my screen. I'm going to present my screen, and then let's see for those of you who are on YouTube, let me know if screen sharing actually made this thing disappeared. I just want to make sure that it doesn't disappear. Okay, so sharing your screen, does it make it disappear? Has it disappeared from for those of you on YouTube? Let me check my YouTube first. If it has, I'll be really disappointed because I don't want it to disappear. Brilliant. It hasn't. Very good. So let's go through and let me just bring up some resumes so we can go through it one by one. Okay. So I hope you guys can see the screen now. I'm on YouTube right now. Very good. So since everybody can see it, so here you go. If you're a teacher, your objective can be very simple. If you're a teacher, your objective can be very simple. Okay? You can start your objective as a goal-oriented um, uh, super classroom management organizational skills, looking for opportunity to explore and expand on my horizon, to also whatever you as a teacher. So objective is a very, very blob. It's a very small statement about what you want to do as a teacher, what you've or anything about you. So that is objective. And then you can start with education or qualification. It all education can be at the bottom if you want to. Okay. So in your education, remove the year you finish school. Guys, you have to remove the year you finish school. Take it out of it. If you're looking for teaching job, then you can put your which school actually certified you, uh, gave you that qualification as a teaching. That is fine. That is okay. But if you're looking for like if you're in Canada as a new person looking for opportunity for somebody to give you a chance to gain Canadian experience, then obviously you're not going to put all these schools on your resume. The only thing you're going to perhaps leave is maybe your high school, your high school certificate, or you finish, at least you have a high school diploma. Yeah, you have a high school diploma, or even college is fine, because this is an opportunity. You are looking for an opportunity only for someone who does not have a college degree, a college a diploma to hire you, or university diploma to hire you. If you are looking for somewhere, an opportunity with a company you've never worked for, but you have the ability to operate and also to perform, you're not going to put on your university degrees. Okay, you are not going to put on your university degrees. So let's say you are just applying for like a restaurant or a hotel. Instead of qualification, qualification, how this one is certified, Ontario teaching and considerable teaching experience with both children and adult. You're not going to do that. You're going to list down the things restaurant worker does. You are not going to put down, I have worked in a restaurant. You cannot see anything. I'm there. I don't know, Amada. If you cannot see anything, maybe you need to, uh, let me see. Let me see whether I can expand. You don't need to see anything. This is just giving you an example how a restaurant should look, a resume should look like. Okay. Now let me put down something that is just as a general helper. So whatever you've done before, guys, remember that you're looking for a restaurant or a hotel. So the only thing you have to do is to put down where you worked in terms of restaurant. You're not going to put down you're a manager for this hotel, but then you are looking for. So the person who is looking at the resume is going to be confused. If you are looking for a hotel, you are looking for general help, or as a some laboral, or something very general, you want to gain an experience in Canada, you cannot put down you were manager for a Novotel hotel and you excelled in this. They are going to be confused. Are you coming as a manager, or you are coming as a helper, as a support worker? So you need to define and identify exactly what position you're applying for. Are you applying as a manager? Or if you're applying as a manager, please just forget it. You have to know that you need the experience in Canada in order for you to apply as a manager. You cannot just apply as a manager. Nobody is going to hire you because you've never managed anything in Canada before, or UK, or on US. You need to work from the bottom and you work yourself up. All these managers you're looking at, they're not going in as managers. They were at the front line before they jumped up into that position. So there's nobody at work you see managing or supervising today who has not started from the bottom. There's no such thing. Nobody comes in from outside. Everybody is hired within. So you need to go in as a helper, as a someone who is starting from the bottom as well. So your resume should speak as such. Now, once you get into the job and there's a position where you've proven yourself, that's where you put in a new resume. You put in a new resume, which will identify your background in education. It would identify the experience they are looking for. Of course, you've had that experience before. So a job seeking is not about what you are doing. It's about what you can start with and what you are capable of doing. Are you capable of being taught? Are you teachable? Are you someone who takes instructions? Are you someone who can take direction? So all these qualities are something that you must exhibit within the job you are looking for before you can even climb up again. So I see people coming in with the job they were doing in Nigeria, Congo, Ghana, wherever they were doing, they hold the same, they have the same resume. My dear, take off, chop it off, trim it, make it to the bottom before you can even work down. Listen, I started as a secretary. I started as a school office secretary. I didn't just jump in into becoming an OE. OE is an office administrator. I even started as a minute taker. I attend meetings with the teachers and the principals. When they have a meeting, I'll take minutes. So in this country, they want you to work for it. You are going to work for your position that you want to apply for. So if you're going to apply for something like that, then your language should be such languages. Your skill set, experience should show that you've done a dishwasher before. You've loaded and offload dishes from dishwashing machine. It should also say that you scraping and stacking dishes before, mopping floors, performing some duties for assistant cook, and that is what it is. Okay, it should also say that. And then you look at how many you need to list. You need to know what they do, the duties you are applying for. You need to know: making bed and changing bed, sweeping and mopping, vacuuming, carpeting. This is, you are looking for a general labor, okay? And a general labor, depending on the company, you have to look for the company and see what the company does. So the first thing you need to know, what does the company does? What do they do? Do they wash dishes? There's a company that washes hospital beds and also hotel beds. So if you want a company like that to hire you, then you are one of those who are easily, like you are self-taught. You can also take directions. You are quick learner. You can work anything, and you can, so like, you can in any capacity that they place you, you are capable of growing. Okay, you are there to grow, and those languages is what you have to put on your resume. Okay, I'm here to, like, I can you have the ability to lift, and also, and you are a very good time you have a very good time management skills. Do you perform a task within specific time? Those things are some of the qualities you need to have with you. If you are applying for general labor, you need to be able to accomplish a certain task within a specific time frame. Are you coachable? Are you a self-starter? Are you someone, when they leave you, they have to come back and redirect you again? Are you someone who is eager to learn? All those languages are very, very important. So you need to know what the company does. So when you're applying for a company, you need to, again, find out what company it is, find out what it is. There are companies that are packaging. All they do is package. So the packaging is about time, how much you are effective in effective in your performance. Do you perform quickly when they give you a task? So packaging, you have to be quick. See them in a production line, you think they are robots. When you see it in this part of they show you on the camera what they do in a production. So all those things are something. So I put something here. If you want to be some of the things, time management skills are a must. Okay, a good time management skills will help you move through your to-do list with efficiency, being more productive. Okay, and also you need to be a very critical thinker and a problem solver. That's a number one. That one You want to be a general helper, a general, some people like, you want to help at a hotel, you want to help, you want to get a restaurant job, you need to be very critical, you need to have a critical thinking, okay? And a problem solver, okay? Someone who can who can think critically about task, okay, on their list and discover a new solution to complete them, okay? Better productivity and efficiency are the key result of surviving in this part of the world. If you don't have a good time management skills or critical thinking pattern, and also know how to solve problems, and always going to somebody, you don't want to come up with your own skill that can help you to achieve and also manage your day, your to-do list, but always going to a person, always bothering your co-workers, and they are going to, especially if you meet other people at work, and you are not from the same, I would say, background, like the Indians, or they will report you, Filipino, they will report you so quickly. They want to bring their own people in there. They are going to report you. You are lazy. The task they gave you, because they are working close to you, and them with them they are very quick. They manage their time effectively. They know what to do. They ask their own people what to do. Once they teach them, they catch on very quickly. So you need to know the company, what the company does, what they are looking for, and also what actually makes them successful and what their goals are. Okay? They want to be the best packaging company ever, and you are working with a packaging company and you don't know what they do, what their main goal, or what actually their signature wordiness, what they take pride in. These are some of the things, the company I work for is all about diversity, equity, diversity, and what safe space, and also acceptance, and respecting other people culture and their background, their clan, irrespective of what anybody. So I know the company I work for, and also equitable, okay? Don't judge people and all that. So you need to know the company before you even start doing your resume, because you want the people who are going to hire you take the resume and also get themselves amazed by the words that you're using. So your skill set, if you're looking for a restaurant, your skill set should be experience with industrial cleaning, good physical. You need to be also physically fit. One of the things, of course, in a production line, you need to be physically fit. So it's one of them. Okay, stamina, a good health and stamina, good stamina. You are very, very good. You can lift up anything. Depending, you are not, sick anywhere else. Flexible. You are flexible to work at any hour. That is number one. You need to have that. You are flexible with night shift. They love you. They're going to love you if you are very, very flexible. Okay. Ability to follow instruction. Remember, okay, we spoke about that. Ability to follow instruction, ability to work with little or no supervision. Bang on. This is a very good resume. Okay. Simple languages, straightforward, no fancy word or you see some people with the fancy word. The person who's reading your resume want a plain language. So if you don't have, they want you to speak to the job. Speak to the job. Don't be speaking to somebody trying to impress anybody. This is not where they are going to correct your grammar and all those things. No, nobody in this part of the world, nobody care. In fact, how much good English you speak. It's only Africa we worry about language. The language, other people language, instead of you being good at. You see people with, the person who is even interviewing you has a very, very deep accent. You need to really, really pay attention to be able to understand what they are asking you. And when you are throwing a question back to them, you have to be very, very courteous and very, very mindful of their accent, and don't make them feel as if they have not said what they want to say to you in the right way. You say, pardon me, can you please repeat your question? I missed, like, make it yours. It is your fault. You are not paying attention proper, but don't say, can you repeat yourself? I don't understand. Like, you know how we do it, eh? Don't do that. You need to be able to be very, very effective in your communication. And communication is about, you know what, speaking without assuming or as giving assumption that the person has not said it in the right way. Don't make people feel as if they are not speaking properly. In this part of the world, they don't do that. They will not call you back. They will not call you back. Okay, so it's all about speaking the plain language, easy for them to understand. Speaking to the job on your resume need to be done. But all these fancy word that I'm reading from some of you, it is too fancy. That's not the job. You're not speaking about the job. You are flexible, ability to follow instructions, ability to work with little or no supervision with a great performance. Okay, sorting, packaging, packing and packaging, communication skills, good team and collaboration. That is a number one. You need to be a good team player. Okay, you cannot just go and multitasker. You need to be a multitasker. You can do multiple things at the same time. In this part of the world, it's all about, in everything is industrialization. Everything is all about, mass production. So they need people who are quick on their feet, quick to catch on to the instructions that they are giving them. Nobody have your time. Do you understand? Nobody have your time. Attention to details. Number one, put it on your resume. You pay attention to details. Clean room, clean room environment, meaning that they are very, very quick in making sure that the task is performed in a meaningful and a timely manner. Instead of you giving this resume, the way this resume was given, okay, this resume, business planning and organizational skills, excellent communication skills, written, okay, fine, good communication, that's good. And then higher national deploy. You see, so all these things, higher mountains. That's not what the employer is looking for. Depending on the job you are actually applying, you need to be able to, let me remove this off, and let's get back to the level of which we want to get ourselves in. Hello, Mommy Josephine. So resume writing is not about how much you can speak. They don't care about your accent. Nobody cares about your accent. Nobody cares about how good or how well you can speak English. In fact, it is only the colonial people who were colonized, much deep things. I just want to paste a job. Oh boy. I just want to paste some of these. I want to pay some of these sites you guys can go after you finish your resume. Go to those job sites and see if you can. This is US. There are many companies in the US looking for people to hire. So get on it. Get on it. And some of these people are also looking for opportunities. People from the foreign and all. But you'll bet me me for any mama me why. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Okay. Hey, yet here you know for it. Hey. Well, you see, Saturday is not enough for us. So Saturday is not enough for us. Guys, I'm looking for this. I'm looking for, I pasted a whole bunch of, okay, very good. I found it. Recruitment agency. I'm going to leave some of these websites so you guys can try it and see. You never know. If you have your resume is good, you may be contacted. You never know. Okay. So here are some of the sites you can also try your best to see if um give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Okay, so this is another site in case you want to be a truck driver. You can call them and ask them, can international people also drive the truck? Or can you apply from an international country? You can also do the same thing. It doesn't hurt asking questions around this part of the world. Eh? It doesn't hurt at all. So these are some of the schools you can also get yourself enrolled in. This is Hamba College. Get yourself enrolled as a truck driver. I found a couple site that US is also hiring in foreign workers from abroad. So all these things are something, but you need to have a good resume. If you don't have a good resume, unfortunately, there are people who are good. The Indians has a real on a job experience because in their country they have developed as well. They are engineers. They have the tunnels. They have the roads to show for. And these are people who worked on the job. They have so many companies. They have so many industrial businesses. So they have on the job skills. So if you're coming, you need to be playing as much as you can. If you worked in a mining field before, why don't you put the job, the positions you've held, bullet pointed. When it comes to experience, bullet point, like, in a bullet form, put it there. If you worked as a national services, you've you've served in a national security or whatever. See, in Ghana, when you finish university, they put you to a slave school. They put you, I call that thing, not the national whatever, I say a slave school. They put you there, you perform. They give you as some allowance after you finish a year or so. This is an experience. You've worked under people before. This is good. Put it there. It is all part of experience. So you need to put those things there in a bullet form, but try to use languages that these employers are looking for. First of all, in order for you to do a resume, that means you have a job you want to apply. You've targeted a job. First, find out about the company. What do they do? What kind of opportunity do they give to people? If it is some companies, you grow within the company. You have to, again, look at some of these companies, whether there's an opportunity for you to grow. If it is, when you are going in it, work hard and you're going to grow into a position that can land you in a very good source of income, good money. But if you don't start from the bottom, remove all these degrees and other things from a company, you are only going there as a general helper. Take it off. Start it by what does a general helper does in that company. When you get there, you will see the postings within the company. You are there for 2 years. You are there for 1 year. And then you see a posting that you are actually qualified for. That is the way you can now grow within a company. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? So you don't just come to Canada first thing and you are a CEO with a company and then you are coming to get a CEO. No, it doesn't work that way. You need to start small for specific qualification like nurses, doctors, teaching and other things like those things. You are qualified for specific position. So if that is the case, then of course, as a teacher, even teachers in this country don't just come in and go straight into a teaching as a full-time. They are supply teachers. Some of them, I know a teacher who worked a tree program for years and they wouldn't hire her as a teacher. So she worked in a language program for so many years before they hired as a teacher. Even she became a teacher and she still don't have a full-time contract. A full-time contract is a teacher who has their own classroom. You don't have your own classroom. So you work alongside with others as a supply teacher in this country. People don't just come and go into teaching right away. No, you are going to be a supply teacher. Supply teachers are people who get work when teachers are sick. And trust me, you're going to have work every day because people are sick. People are tired of what they're doing as a teaching. Let me tell you a secret. And now your teacher be working off because maybe an ninja. Many people quit their job. So you are going to get a job, but to actually land a contract, again, it is one of these things that Africans are having a very, very difficult time in because we don't have our people at the front line. If I tell you what is going on where I work, you'll be very surprised. You think it is no, it's not. You talk to some of the African teachers, most of them don't have job. The only job that gave many Africans opportunity was the Afrocentric school or the schools with black principals, and the principals are in charge of, and they hire good people like African people. But when it comes to the other people, they're hiring their own people, and that's a fact. That is a fact. And nobody, this is where the discrimination comes in. They don't do it plain like that. But then when you're looking for a job, so for professional job, it is very difficult actually finding what you really. So people work with this company, they get contracts, and then the contract ends, and then they go to the next contract, and it's so that is how people are living in this part of the world. But the most job that are lucrative, that are permanent and it's secure, are people that works with their hands. Those are the trade jobs. If you come here as an environmentalist or a surveyor or a plumber, a carpentry, a construction, a truck driving, all these blue collar work, those jobs are secure. That one, the only obi you are not fighting. You can. It's not like you are your own boss. You are your electrician, elevator electrician. You're working with Rogers. You are an electrician, or you are some IT guy. You are not fighting with anybody. But for professional, I sit in the office, my dear. Hey, many people want to sit in the office to make the big money, and those jobs are classified as very sensitive and very high positions in this part of the world because you are dealing with people money. Either you're working with insurance company, you're dealing with people money. Either you're working with children in the government sector because you're dealing with the emotional being of human, physical, emotional, and everything else that has to do with human growth and what the country pride themselves in, which is the social aspect of us here. So those jobs, there's a discrimination there. I don't want to go tell you, my brother, my sister, teaching job, teachers being hired. There's so many good qualified teachers, qualified Nigerian teachers. But who is there to hire you? You are going to now exchange rooms with other people. You are now going to now, as a teaching, yes, unless you go to the villages, you go to where it is cold. Baby, that one you get a job so quickly. But if you want the CEO and the planning manager coordinator of wine with this big company, you go to those big the building wine, the ones who chop the big money, hospital staff, not the ones who are taking care of the sick people or the ones making decision at the hospital, CEOs that makes over 200 and something thousand, 300 and something thousand. My brother, my sister, that one, it is a big competition out there. So when you're coming as a new immigrant, make sure your resume is speaking the trade job. Make sure say only listen, the job that I do, if my boss wants, she doesn't want to do photocopy, she doesn't want to do photocopy. In this part of the world, they cut a course. A school with less students, let's say 300, you and your one administrative only. They are not going to give you a secretary. So if you are in such a department or you work for one person, if that boss is mean, and you're awesome, if you work for superintendent who is mean, you have a problem. You understand? If your boss does not want to do photocopy, although the machine is right there, or can't yourself papers, come and put the papers in the machine for them, for her to, for or him. So it is a bit, it is a transition. It is a transition getting those jobs like the one that I have. It is a transition. You, or else if you are even placed there without you knowing a certain things, you won't be successful. You are going to have stress. So it is good to start from the bottom and then work yourself up. And with the right resume, my brothers and sisters, you will get the job very, very I say, mommy, talk to me. Stanley, are you talking to me? I'm talking to you. I say, government, or say Ghana government to file bankruptcy for defaulting in the IMF loans. Hey, Ghana government. We are not going to be done. No, speaking about Ghana government. So, see, I know we are helping one by one. Leave the country. If it's not working, leave the country, okay? Baby anyewa baby bejo ekuro dɔɔso a yɛntena faako ɛnyɛ nimgu aseɛ. So my brothers and sisters, I have to go. I hope you share the video, and if you have specific, Stanley, if you have specific question, you can ask me. But there are so many companies, unfortunately, if you don't know them, I'm also trying to discover them. So you are in the same shoe, I'm in the same shoe as you are. The companies that hires, there were 6 company government gave opportunity to this August year for them to hire international people like foreigners, but it's going to New Brunswick. You know New Brunswick? Uh-huh. All these Newfoundland and the news, the Pacific, those Pacific provinces, these are Atlantic provinces, those Atlantic provinces where there is the ocean. And on now what I won't say farming and all those things, production. They are growing people there. If you want to go there, look for job there. Go to BC, British Columbia, all those places. They are looking for people. I'm telling you, mommy, try to answer my WhatsApp. Yo, I will answer you. Why? I will answer you. May God bless you. I'm for me. Bye bye.